And today, let's get the sides of the engine joined. If you remember, there was a few tiny bits of the old gasket, not much at all. The important bits round here, because that's where the gasket is the thinnest to where the combustion chamber is. Tiny bit on there. Check the other half of the case. If you remember, we had the old Kickstarter cog. I'm going to put a brand new one in this time. Engine goes on this one, so see why it wears out. That goes on there. As you kick it, let's get it in neutral. There's neutral. As you kick it, it pushes down, grabs that, and spins your crank. And then part of the other time, it's rubbing on the gear like that. Basically, it's these outer teeth that are, a little bit flatter on that old one. Let's do with the 2-stroke oil. Put a load of that on there. Nice. I've put a bit of oil into here. And then what I'm going to do, clean that up. This is the spring. That goes there. Now you can imagine how hard that is to get it to stay there as you're lifting the engine half on. This is the trick I've seen. Few dabs of grease. There, right? That'll stop that dropping out as I lift the engine half on. Nice clean workbench. If I remember rightly, there's two. I don't know whether one's for a PX200 and one's for a 125, or whether one's for an older engine. The only difference I can see is the hole here. How strange. And smother it in grease. That's what I'd done with the last one, and it came off dead easy. And it'll come off easy if I need to split the case again anytime soon without damaging it. It also helps the gasket swell up to seal. In theory anyway, that's what I've read. Whether it does or not, well, as you can see, when I took the last year's one off, it came off dead easy. It's the bottom where the sump, so to speak, is, so you've always got oil sat in there. So see how it's gone from that light green to it's darkened up now because the gasket material soaked the grease in. Now see how I operate the Kickstarter gently. There, we're together. So, nipped all these ones up, a tiny bit of thread lock on them, the two near the cylinder as well. Nip them up nice and tight. I'm just checking my kickstart. Nothing's catching on the crank. Brilliant. Got a washer at the back. These washers as well. You can see that they've got little indents out of them. I'm not quite sure why. So I've already done it. I'm going to put a bit more two-stroke oil on that washer and on the shaft, pin, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's meshed with that one. Got another washer. What have I done with the circlip pliers? Can we see that? It's still quite loose. So I'll sit it down there. This is the oil pump drive. We'll put some two-stroke oil down that again. Oh, loads. Some on the worm gear. Some on that little pin where it sits in the bottom. Drop that in. Yeah. So then you see it all turning. That's what turns the oil pump in the engine. So now I've found that. I can put the clutch on. Where's the Woodruff key? There's the Woodruff key, and now it's on the gears. Alright, I'm flying. Just need to find clutch nut and whatnot. Excuse the torch in the way, but I've got the clutch obviously on, that wavy washer if you remember that. I've got the clutch nut, and I've put a tiny bit of thread lock in it because I don't want it rattling loose. Don't forget as well, you need that clutch holding tool. You see it at the top there? Just tucking into the clutch basket. I don't know why we need to torch that close, but there's probably a torque setting for this. But I'll just go to where I feel comfortable with it. I'm just going to take the extension bar off. That'll do, mate. You see the thread lock? Let's just try and wipe any excess of that off. There we go. Is that on? Got the clutch, what's it called? Well, I can't even think what it's called. But yeah, that had a new one of them in last time. So that's what, there's your clutch lever on this end of it. So you pull your clutch on the handlebars, that pulls the cable and pulls that. Now if you can see that little brass button, that's what actuates your clutch. There's an O-ring on this, and that's only a year old, so I'm just going to reuse it. That was short-lived. I bolted the clutch cover on, just turned the engine again, like so. It went half a revolution and jammed up. Now the only thing I'm hoping this is all it is. On the clutch cover, see this casting mark? Just here. I'm wondering if that reinforcing band of the clutch basket is clipping that. If you notice, no, spins freely like that. Put that on, and there we go, it's locked up. So if we leave it where it's locked up, pull that off, and as if by magic, so yeah, that's what it was. That tiny little bit of casting was hitting that reinforcing band on the clutch basket. So just grinding that off, it's made it work. Winner. Easy fix. It's always good to just slowly build it up, keep turning the engine and make sure nothing's catching. If I'd have like put the cylinder head on, the lock, flywheel back on, kicked it over and it jammed up like that, I would have been scratching my head for hours. And all it was that little bit of casting mark there.